Well, hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever it is that you're viewing from, whichever part of the world. Welcome to Spiritual Psychics TV and your fortnightly edition of Collective Consciousness, streaming live to you via Facebook and YouTube. It's lovely to have your company. For all those of you that might be new joiners and joining the channel and the show for the first time here today, you are very, very welcome. Collective Consciousness is a show that is purely dedicated to an exchange of mediumistic messages, and I unite with a guest medium every fortnight in order to deliver the messages from your past loved ones, family members and friends from the realms of spirit. It's really important that you interact with us here on the channel, guys, because all of your comments that get placed draw our attention. So as many comments as you can make this evening, please do so, because spirit will guide us to whomever it is that we need to be working with here this evening. And as I say, if you're a newbie and you are a first-time viewer, please do pop a comment in the chat box just below, interact with us. It would be lovely to give you a shout out and to welcome you here to SPTV and indeed Collective Consciousness. There is approximately, guys, a 10 to 15 second time delay when you place your comments to us receiving them. So patience is a virtue, and it's really, really important as well that should myself and my guest medium, who I'm going to bring on screen in just a couple of minutes here, should we come to you, should we choose to work with you, should we be guided to work with you by your spirit family upstairs, please, please, please do continue to work through the chat function. It just allows the vein of the message to continue and grow. So with all that being said, I'm going to say a couple of hellos, and then I'm going to bring my guest medium, who is he's, well, I mean, some of you will already know who he is, but like, you know, he's no stranger to SPTV. That's what I want to say. But I'm just going to say good evening, first of all, to June Malkin, who's joining via YouTube, saying good evening, Bill, David and Richard. Terry Louise saying good evening, Bill, David and Richard, also joining via YouTube. Lovely to have your company, Terry. Thank you for holding space. Maria Williams is joining via Facebook, saying good evening, Bill and Richard. Good evening to you, Maria. Lovely to have your company. Oh, so Maria is starting a new show here on SPTV. Well, congratulations, Maria. I wish you all the best of luck, and I believe it's tomorrow as well. So guys, do make sure that you tune in and you show your support to the lovely Maria as she joins the SPTV family. Tara Bradshaw is joining via Facebook, saying hello to you, Tara. Lovely to have you here and holding space. Susie Selby is also a watcher via Facebook, saying good evening to you, Susie. Lovely to have your company. And Marie is joining as a first timer, and she is joining us via Facebook. So Marie, thank you very much for being here holding space. Hayley Goodwin joins via YouTube, saying hello, Bill, David and Richard, and everyone. Send you all thumbs up, flowers, and a bright sunshine icon by the looks of that. How lovely. Thank you so much, Hayley, for holding space. Sandra Davies is joining via Facebook, saying hi, Bill, with a love heart. God bless you. Thank you for holding space, Sandra. It's lovely to have your company. And Kirsty King is saying good evening all the way from West Wales. Good evening to you, Kirsty. Hey, and Maria saying, yay, thank you so much. Well, absolutely. At the end of the day, that's what we're all here for. I'm getting tongue-tied already, guys. You know what's going to happen. Spirit coming in. That's what we're all here for, to support one another on that journey. So I wish you the best of luck, my darling. And you've got Rosalind Crump, who joins via YouTube, saying hello, everyone. Hello to you, Rosalind. I'm going to say a few more hellos in just a few minutes, but some of you have already probably worked out the guest medium joining us here this evening is the lovely David Hale.
Hello, Bill. I'm live. Hello.
How are you? Now, guys, for those of you that know myself, he's my little spiritual brother. He's my spiritual brother from another mother, and I absolutely love working with David. And I brought him back onto Collective Consciousness. One, because He's one of the most requested mediums that you guys have enjoyed working with me on the show. But also too, as I say, because I absolutely love him and I think he's an absolutely fantastic top medium. So I'm sure we're going to have a bundle of laughs here this evening. What do you think, Mr. Hale?
Thank you. I've said Richard in my ear what you just said.
Oh, I know. Just ignore him. I do. Now, you're no stranger to SPTV, are you? Because you've got your own show here.
I have.
But for those people that have maybe not seen you on SPTV, tell them a little bit about your show and also a little bit about yourself.
Thank you. Yeah, so my little show is fortnightly on a Wednesday at 6 p.m. So my next show is next Wednesday, and it's midweek mediumship. So very similar to what we're doing here. Is that it's just connections to your loved ones in the spirit world. So it's all about spirit. My little show. As for me, I work as a spiritual medium, as you know, and I think this year I'm, as you know, started to get out there a bit more onto the physical stage rather than being on the screen, which I enjoy. But no, it's another step further in development, isn't it? Because we always continue to develop and learn and experience new things. So that's what I'm doing.
And you know what? It's absolutely fabulous to watch you shine and grow and engage in a completely different way. As you say, it's absolutely fantastic to experience it from the other perspective with regards to just sitting behind the screen. So massive congratulations to you, my friend. I am really super excited to see where spirit take you over the next year.
And it's all your fault. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I know, but someone's got to say
in a good way.
No, the best of luck to you, my friend, and thank you very much for again sharing your time and energy with the lovely viewers that we've got here on SPTV. Shall we say a few hellos to some of them?
Yes, let's.
After you.
Christine Davies is going to see us in November. Fabulous.
Oh, so Christine will be coming to Bognor Regis Spiritual Centre, where we are doing a medley of mediumship with the lovely Caroline Tinch Johnson as well.
We are looking forward to that one. Being back in Bognor.
Bag of chips, stick of rock. And we've got the lovely Helen Lisa Davies saying a big hello to you both. Richard, can you please behave?
Sarah Matthews, good evening. Bill, Richard and David, good evening to you, Sarah, watching on Facebook.
We've also got Spirit of Love, who joins us via YouTube, saying hi, Bill and David. Hi there, Spirit of Love. Hello. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for holding space.
Nicole Cummings on Facebook. Hello to you there, Nicole.
Fantastic. Guys, don't forget the most important thing that I haven't even mentioned so far today is get sharing. Please do share Spiritual Psychics TV out there in collective consciousness to all your personal pages and indeed any spiritual pages you may feel it is of relevance to. We've got the lovely Rebecca Whelan who joins via Facebook, popping up some lovely purple hearts there. Hello to you, Rebecca. Thank you for holding space, my lovely.
Martin Hazel, good evening from Christchurch, Dorset. Welcome, Martin. Thank you very much for joining.
Absolutely. Kaylee Byrne is joining, saying good evening, and she joins us via YouTube. Lovely for you to be holding space with us once again, Kaylee.
Isabel Felix, hello to you, watching on a YouTube.
Ooh. And lastly, we will say hello to Cheryl Flint, who says
hello,
hi,
Cheryl.
And Bill, and she's joining us via Facebook. We will send out a few more acknowledgements to you guys as the show evolves and we progress throughout the evening. But for those first-time viewers that are maybe watching and joining us here this evening, as I say, the show is purely dedicated to mediumship. It's where myself and David attempt to combine our mediumistic abilities with that one communicator for the one recipient that's watching here this evening. So as I said, it's really important just to place some comments up in the feed there, just so that we can be drawn to, first of all, the same person. But as we know with mediumship, it is an experiment. So should it not happen, there's no pressure. It just means that we've given, or we will be getting, I keep getting tongue-tied, David. We've really got to start. So it just means that we will be giving out two separate messages as opposed to that one conjoined. But we will see where Spirit guide us and where they take us, and we're going to start getting things rolling and moving. So producer Richard, would you please be so very kind as to roll them, Richard, with the comments. Roll them, Richard. Or as Debbie Romero says, roll them, Richard. Right, Dave, so if you get drawn to anyone before me, shout out the name and we shall go in with our link of communication and see where Spirit joins us.
I have already.
Go
right.
For it.
I was drawn to Rebecca Whelan.
Okay.
Actually. So Rebecca, my darling. So Rebecca, I hope you're well, my love. So Rebecca, when I looked at your comment there, the lovely purple hearts, I did feel a male step forward who felt more to me like he felt like a father to me. So it's on that paternal energy. It felt more like Dad. What I also did see, and I don't know if this is to do with your father or to do with yourself, but I got an image of a wheelchair put in my mind. So I don't know if that's yourself that's in the wheelchair or whether Dad's in the wheelchair, was in the wheelchair. That's the first impression that I got. But I've definitely got a man who doesn't seem so talkative to me. I don't know if I want to say reserved, but I'm not an overly talkative person in life. It's just my feeling there. Okay, I keep getting the month of April being shouted at me as well, Rebecca. So for me, that's a birthday, passing, anniversary, either linked to yourself or this lovely man that I've got in this spirit world. What are you doing to me? Okay. Yes, your dad. Thank you. Okay. Now he is making me feel a little bit laboured in my chest here, Rebecca, as well. So this is, for me, this is a lung condition that I've got. I don't feel it's heart because I don't feel it that way because I feel breathless, and that's how a lung condition would affect me. That's just the impression he's putting on me. So it's not necessarily something that would have taken to spirit, but maybe a condition that he had which would have affected his breathing. And look, I know we all lose our breath towards the end of our life, right? But it's not that. It's just I just feel a bit breathy in oh dear, in my chest. Have I got to give her them as well? Okay. Now, Rebecca, I don't know if you like. I don't tend to get into flowers too much. They are a bit, a flower. What's a flower? But having said that, I've seen one. So, Rebecca, I've got to give you a sunflower. Now, sunflowers are normally symbolic to me and symbolic of wanting to. And I've got to hand it to you. So it's like I want to cheer you up. You think of a sunflower, link it to sunshine, be happy, positive. It's that kind of thing that I want to give, without sounding too airy-fairy about it. And lots of healing coming to you, Rebecca. Now, for whatever reason, I'm being drawn to your lower half, so your legs. So I feel like I need to give who died of bronchopneumonia. Well, no wonder. Thank you very much for the validation, Rebecca. So I know it's definitely him that's stepping forward. But coming back to yourself, I need to give healing to your legs. So I don't know what is going on with your legs, but I just need to bring some healing in there for you as well. Okay. I know if you're studying or something, Rebecca, but I feel like I want to put learning or development around you as well. But what I'm also seeing with that is crystals, and I've got a pendulum being shown to me as well. So I don't know if they always show a sunflower, perfect. So I feel like Dad's validating the direction you're going in with some like development, some learning around I do want to say spiritual work. That's just where I'm being pulled there, just based on what I'm seeing in my head, the crystals and the pendulum. So that could just be symbolic for that. But I feel it's saying, yes, that's the direction to go in. Oh, bless you. Your legs are bad. Well, my darling, do take that healing that your dad is giving there for your legs. And no wonder's bringing in that upliftment with the sunflower there as well. Okay, because he wants to perk you up a little bit, Rebecca. I've got to say, he wants to perk you up. But while I'm saying that, okay, this is going to sound really odd, really random, but Bill and Richard know how random I am, right? I will study mediumship at home until I can go, okay, fabulous. So keep going that direction because I feel it's the right direction to go in. But I feel like Dad's giving me a memory link here of watching Pinky and Perky. Are they the pigs? Are they pigs? Pinky and
They
Perky?
are. Yeah.
All right. And I feel it's not talking about pigs in general. I do feel it is actually linking to that show. It was a TV show, wasn't it? If I'm correct. But Pinky and Perky. But I feel like saying that, Rebecca, just to make you laugh a little bit, to put a smile on your face and to take you back to that time. One last thing I'll give, so I can pass you over to Bill, is okay, right. I don't know why I've got to give you a a tin of plum tomatoes. So it's either to do with you or do with your dad. But yeah, a tin of plum tomatoes for whatever reason. I've just heard in my head she'll understand what that is, because I almost pushed it aside to go, no, it's a bit too random. But it said no, she'll understand what it is. Sorry, one last thing. He is talking a bit more now, I've got to say. I don't know if there's a bird feeder in the garden or something, but it's talking about the bird feeder. So that's how I'm going to leave that with you, if that's all right, and pass you to Bill.
How lovely. Do you know, it's really funny because the way that Spirit have started to work with me this evening, as you've been giving out some of this evidence, as soon as you said Pinky and Perky, I've got Peppa Pig and the Sweet. You know, the Percy Pigs.
Oh, yeah.
Spencer's not Peppa Pig, Percy Pig. So I know that I just want to share them with Rebecca at this moment in time with regards to a love or a taste of Percy Pigs, whether that again sits with yourself, Rebecca, or indeed this would have sat with Dad. I hope that you can identify and you can understand that. And as soon as you went into April, David, I kept hearing April Fools. April Fools. So I know that I just want to liken this into Dad's personality with regards to being somewhat of a practical joker and wanting to bring the essence of laughter and place that around Rebecca at this moment in time. Her feedback saying, haha, I can't have tin tomatoes.
That's why it's laughing.
There you go. How fantastic is that? But I also, as I was just feeling and getting a sense of his energies just coming into me. I mean, you picked up on a very pinnacle part of his condition towards that later stage of his life. But for me, he wanted to draw me in and around a sense of feeling very uncomfortable, discomfort in and around my tummy area. And he's not taking that away from me. So again, whether or not that sits with Rebecca or indeed it sits with he, I'll wait for her just to give us a sense of feedback so I know that I can move on and continue with the vein of the message. He loved birds. It makes sense. So there's feedback with regards to the feeder there. I knew as soon as you were also going into the essence of wanting to talk about these learnings, I switched straight away psychic. Strength of psychic. So I want to be placing that with Rebecca as her most strongest tool, her most strongest awareness. And I don't feel as though I've quite finished there with you also, please, Rebecca. I know that we're leading into mediumship. I know that this is a passion that you've got and this is the direction in which you want to go into. However, I got a strong sense of identifying psychic awareness, that intuitiveness that you really, really do trust with regards to your own gut feeling. Yes, you have a very bad stomach issues and you can't digest your food properly. God bless you, sweetheart. We'll send healing your way with those healing angels there. But talk to me with regards to understanding or connecting into why I feel as though I just wanted to be compelled to share that psychic link with you. Yes, makes sense about the psychic as well, which is fantastic. Okie dokie. I also know that, you know, as Dad starts to sit a little bit more comfortably with me, I do need to touch on the word of being sat comfortable. And I feel that this is with he towards those later stages of his earthly life. And it was all about making sure that he was very comfortable, because as he's doing so, he's placing lots of pillows around me. So I know that we've done the very best for him with regards to making it very easy with regards to him taking as much comfortableness in as he possibly could, because I do get a little bit jittery here as well within his energies, and he does make me feel as though it was difficult to sit still. I also feel, as he shares that information with me, that I want to connect this somewhat to you also as well, please, my lovely. And again, I feel a sense of discomfort just being placed down the base of my spine here with it. So again, do let me know if that relates with you and you can understand. Talk to me about the Percy pigs as well, because he still wants to feed me Percy pigs. So I know that we've not had an acknowledgement. We've not hit on that straight away. And again, I'd just like a little bit of feedback if you could, please, my lovely. I'm also getting, yes, that's right, about being comfortable. You cared for him during your teens. God bless you. Thank you so much for sharing that so openly and publicly with me. And can you also understand as well, Rebecca, I mean, as most of you regular viewers know, I do get tongue-tied quite a lot when I get the energies of spirit just conjoining with me. But however, I'm still very conscious that I'm doing so now as I'm progressing through your reading for you. So there must have been some type of issues with regards to that relatability with wording and that sense of confusion that he just wants to place in my mind, that he just wants to bring forward again to share here, just so that we know that we're on the correct vein of the message. Yes, you're right about your discomfort also. Bless you, my darling. Again, like I say, we will ask for healing to come your way. But before we wrap your message up here for you, my lovely, it's really funny that he just wants to show me the ace card. He's just opening a pack of cards here and he's just pulling out an ace and he wants to place that into your lap. So I know that whatever it is that's just going on around you at this moment in time, you know what, you've got to choose your cards very wisely, because I feel as though you're coming up trumps. You're coming out as the winner. And again, this is a public platform, so I don't want to go in too deep, but you would understand about there being somebody that's been toying with the emotions of mindset around you, and you're finding different ways in order to get yourself out up on top. And he's giving you that ace card with regards to laying down the significance of saying, you know what, girl, you're doing absolutely right. And you're saying, yes, spot on, Bill. David, have you got anything else that you'd like to add in before we send him back off up to the angels there?
No, I just think it's going to sound corny, but it's like he wants you, Rebecca, to continue shining your light. But what I feel is saying with that is it wants you to find that spark within you again, because it's like in my head, if you could imagine like a dimmer switch on the light, and it wants you to turn that dimmer switch right up, and that will come with the healing that comes and when you're feeling a lot better within yourself. Because I feel like the dimmer switch is turned right down at the moment, and it's a very low lit light, but it wants to turn that up so you can again ignite that spark within yourself and find that little bit of happiness within there, but also the healing that comes through with that as well. And I feel that's how he's left that with me.
Oh, lovely. So that's your message for you, Rebecca. Thank you so much for being here, holding space and allowing myself and David to connect with your lovely dad. We're sending back up to the angels now and leave his love with you. God bless you.
Thank you, Rebecca.
That was a lovely message, wasn't it, Mr. Hale?
That worked very well, didn't
Absolutely.
it?
Now, just remind me, where can people find you on social media?
So obviously Facebook, so it's David H Spiritual Medium. Instagram, David H _spiritual _medium. YouTube as well, got my YouTube channel, which is David H _medium. And my podcast as well. So my podcast is called Coming Down to Earth with Spirit. You can find that across all podcast platforms.
So guys, do make sure that you give David a like and a follow, and you check him out on all of those other social media platforms. Rebecca's just given a bit of last feedback there. She's fighting to get that spark back. You're right, David. How lovely is that? Oh my goodness, thank you so much. How lovely to make such a wonderful first connection here this evening. Mr. Producer Richard, would you please roll the comments for us, and let's see where it is that Spirit want to take us to next. Okay. We've got S. Jane Hoskins, who joins for the first time here this evening. Good evening to you, S. Jane, and you are watching via Facebook. We've got lovely Stephen Goodwin, Rosalind Crump. Okay, Richard. Ben Goldsmith. Anne Swantek. Susan Riches, Cheryl Killick, Cindy Ryan, June Malkin. Will you guest on SP Hill? We can't let you go completely. I'm not going completely, Drew, no. But as some of you know that follow my page, Collective Consciousness is going into retirement this coming December after 3.5 fantastic years. It's time to just take a little bit of a step back, create space for new faces and for new shows. But yeah, I will dip in from time to time, and you never know, the door is never always closed firmly shut. So I hope that gives you enough of what you needed to hear, Drew. God bless you. Right, I'm deviating. Let's get back to these lovelies that are joining here.
I just see Christine's comment.
Maybe we could put in a complaint and get David moved to 8 p.m. Well, I hear that there's a slot going, David.
Say that again, Richard. Oh, wow.
There you go. We got Lizzie Busy Bright, Marie. Oh. Do you know, I feel I want to go back to Marie there. Marie, who's joining via Facebook. Richard, please. Yes, please. I believe this lady's the first time viewer. So, Marie H. I hope I'm pronouncing your surname correct there for you, my lovely. I'm very conscious as soon as I saw her profile picture of a beautiful energy just starting to connect in with me, feminine, and I feel very maternal with this lady as she steps forward. And Marie is joining us all the way from Canada. As well. Wowzers.
Wow. We're so international, Bill.
Fantastic. But I know with this lady, as she just conjoins her energies that little bit closer here, David, she really does give me a sense of, first of all, feeling her embrace and wanting to share embrace. And it's really important, I feel, to say to Marie at this moment in time, we need a few more extra cuddles, a few more extra hugs. I know that as she just starts to share and unfold somewhat of the story of her life here with me as well, she gives me a great understanding that she really had a passion for life. And I feel with her that, you know what, she embraced every single opportunity that life threw at her. And I want to say that stones were thrown, and I'm doing this in a symbolic context, but she just stood back up and she just forged forward time after time after time. And as she shares that information with me, I know I would just want to roll that up in a ball and I want to drop that into Marie's. It's like Marilyn Monroe, Marie Lynn. Oh, Marilyn, apologies, my darling, for getting your name wrong. But please do converse with me and let me know if you are relating and you are understanding the information that's being shared with you so far here at this moment in time. I also feel with this lady as well that I've got that sense of just feeling quite diminished. I've got that sense of feeling quite laboured and feeling quite fatigued. So I know that she just shares with me an essence and understanding that there was a process that led to her passing. I don't want to go to spirit side instantaneously. Grandmother, thank you, my lovely, for confirming that. And you would understand that this process that she went on, she was fully prepared with regards to knowing and understanding that she would be making this journey back home to spirit. And I also feel that this is something that was very much discussed and brought to the forefront of everybody's minds, because I want to prepare. I want everybody to be prepared. In fact, I feel as though I want to talk about preparing for my send-off as well, and expressing my wishes and how I would like things to be laid out and followed on that very last day of celebration. You would understand here as well, please, Marilyn. Can you also understand as well, please, that she gives me an essence of just wanting to continue to keep clear in my throat? Feels like her. Thank you, my darling. I want to keep clear in my throat. Fatigue, yes, she had a rough last 7 years. I know that she really did give me a sense of feeling into that, as I say, as she conjoined with me. But this issue with regards to clearing throat is very evident here as well. And I don't know if this sits with her or indeed if this is with you. I don't want to go medical if it's with you by any means, darling, symbolically, that would mean for me that we've just got to be a little bit more vocal. We've got to step up and start using our voice instead of kind of like keeping our lips closed, just so that we don't upset the apple cart. And I hope that that makes sense with you and you can understand what it is that she means there with me as well. And for some reason, she wants to give me the essence of not only smelling pears, but also wanting to taste pears as well. Beautiful pears. I feel like I want to cook them or bake them in the oven here, David, as well. So I feel that this would have been something that she really did have a passion and a love for with regards to taste. In fact, I also want to turn them into pear drop sweeties now as well, because she's just changing that flavour and that texture within my mouth. So I'm going to leave it there for you at this moment, my lovely. Hand over to David to see what it is that he's got, and then we'll go with that.
Okie dokie. So yeah, Bill, when I looked at Marilyn's photo, the first thing I also felt was that she needs a big hug.
Yeah,
I feel a lot of upliftment is definitely needed. And definitely that big cuddle. I also did pick up on an older female stepping forward as well.
Yeah.
And if I'm connecting with your grandmother, Marilyn, there's a strength about this woman. But I want to I don't know if I want to call her a fighter, because that word's just been put in my mind. And that could be just a fighter as in fighting the illness, or it could just be that she didn't have an easy life herself. So she had to, fight her way through, if that makes sense. She's very much, I don't know why I want to say this, but I feel very much equality is important to her. I don't know why, I just feel a very just lady, a lady who didn't like injustice and was all for equality. And I don't know whether that's just equality within the females, whether it's just equality in general, but that's how I feel there. Very strong in mind, I want to say as well. I don't see a tall lady. I feel like I've got quite a little lady that I've got in my mind as well. That's just what I'm perceiving there. Very much, I feel, took care of the household is my feel. I do feel like she was quite social as well, but I do feel like she took care of the household. But like you said, Bill, with the cooking and whatever else, there's something traditional about her, and I don't know what I mean by that. She seems quite a traditional woman. And okay, I've got a link to polishing, because I've just seen a can of Pledge in my mind as well. And that's polish to me, furniture polish. So she's doing that as well. So I would say symbolically representing someone who was quite tidy, who kept quite a tidy house. Okay, now this might sound obvious. Okay, physical. Oh, so she was quite physically strong as well. Okay, that's fine. Okay. What was I going to say? Bring it back in for me, because I've lost it. Bring it back in. Bring it back in. Oh, I've lost it. Bugger. I was going to say something really good then, and I've lost it. What did you say to me, woman? Come on. Oh, I don't know. Completely gone. I should have said it. I got distracted by the comments. What was it? No, I'm going to say this. It's not the same thing, but I'm going to say it. Very smart-minded. I want to say that as well. I feel like I want to say she knew things, or she knew what people were up to without you telling her you're up to doing it. Do you know what I mean? You've got some parents or grandmothers know exactly what's going on, and you kind of think, how did she know that? How did she know what I'm doing? It's that kind of thing I want to say as well. Oh, I've lost that thing that I had, but it's not come back in. September seems to be important as well. There'll be a birthday passing anniversary in the month of September. Oh, it's nearly there. I'm nearly bringing it back. Oh, thank you. Right, this is going to sound really obvious, but she didn't like being ill. Look, nobody does, right? But she didn't like being sick. I don't feel that she was necessarily a one for going to the doctor or wanting to take traditional medication. I don't feel that with her, because she just feels like that she wants, as rubbish as she might have felt, she just wanted to get on with it, is my feeling. and I don't want to go. I don't want to see a doctor. She might have had to do it, but yeah, I don't think she was a fan of them. Because there's that an old school sense about her as well. Is that, you know, we get on with it, stiff upper lip, and we deal with it, right? But I do feel she was one for the women. I just feel this kind of, I don't know, girl power, kind of women stick together. And it feels to me like it could just be that, Marilyn, you come from a long line of tough, strong women. And she does seem to be that of strong stock, is what I feel I want to say as well. Her husband passed in September. Thank you. I'm just trying to ask her for a message here. Okay, all right. It's very simple. It's not a life-changing message at all. Well, it might be for you, but she says sometimes, Marilyn, we just got to keep battling on. Just got to keep battling on. We don't give up. We keep pushing forward. And I feel that was part of her personality and character anyway, that you would just push forward. And I feel like she's bringing that in for you. But ultimately, I want to go back to what I said at the beginning, what Bill's also said as well, is that she just wants you to, I don't say cheer up, but to give you that cuddle, know that spirits are still there. So when you're feeling down, those little moments, we do, you know, we'll get those moments feeling down. Just remember, Grandma's there, and if she was here, she'd pick you right back up again and say, "Come on, let's get moving. We don't stop here. We keep moving, right?" And I feel that's the main message I want to leave with you there, Marilyn. Thank you.
Lovely. Just before we send her back up to the angels, David, I think it's really important as well. She wants to wrap a flag around me. Now, I know that Marilyn said that she's from Canada, but I keep seeing a South African flag being placed or wrapped around me. So I want to associate South African links here, either in the lineage of the family that would be direct to she, or this is something that you are really wanting to get yourself involved in with regards to travelling to as a country there, please, my lovely. I also get a great sense of wanting to place the smell of cinnamon around you as well, Marilyn. So I know there's something significant here with either the love of cinnamon or the baking with cinnamon, something that's going on within the home, because she just fills my home with the essence of that smell. Any gifts or psychics or mediums in that feminine line, I'm tapping into mine after very traumatic medical episodes. So there's a bit of confirmation there for you, David, with regards to that femininity lineage within the family that Marilyn's feeding back there. But I just feel that that's where I just want to wrap the message up with regards to just draping and wrapping this flag around you, the sense of wanting to connect into South Africa in some way, and bringing that beautiful essence and smell of cinnamon from your home into mine at this moment in time. So Marilyn, God bless you. Ancestors are French and British also. Wonderful. Hold on to the South Africa if it doesn't fit at this moment in time. But God bless you, and thank you so much for allowing myself and David to make the connection with you here this evening. God bless. Righty ho, Richard. Can you please roll them again? Thank you.
Oh.
What's this question? Does anyone in this thread know what a light worker is, please? I've been told by psychic mediums I'm a light worker, and I don't know if this is why I've had so many traumas in my life. If they finish now, as I can't go through anymore. Some of these psychic mediums I've not seen or spoken to, but they've just approached me at events and online without me saying anything. I've had regression, and that told me I'm working through generational karma, but really hope I've completed it now. What's your thoughts on that, David?
But my honest answer, be completely honest.
Yeah.
To me, there are too many airy fairy terms which are put out there, and light worker is not one that I particularly like or gel with. What my perception of that word is, a light worker is just someone who does this work, that we're doing things for, things for the good. But I think there are too many out there who try to put different terms on it to make it something like we're special, or we're working the light, and of course we do, but especially if you're just approached out of nowhere, someone telling you, because I could say it to you, I could say it to anyone else, I could say someone I meet in the street, or you're a light worker. It's not necessarily a bad thing to be, but it's just a terminology that I don't necessarily work with, because it is, to me, it is to, and you know me, Bill, so do you, Richard, I'm very grounded in what I do. So I could be, might class a bit of a skeptical medium sometimes, because I don't use those kind of terms. We keep it grounded, we keep it real, we keep it honest. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. It's just terminology that I don't tend to use, to be perfectly honest.
Absolutely. Jodie's saying someone who shines light onto others. So there you go. Yeah, it's, I kind of like echo what you're saying there, David. At the end of the day, to a certain extent, we are all light workers, if that's how people want to portray it, whether or not that's mediumistically, whether or not that's psychically, whether or not that's as a healer. We've all got that light bulb that we shine and that people are attracted to, and vice versa. But as you say, there's too much terminology going on nowadays, which tends to confuse people, and we just need to keep things really down to earth and simplistic. So I hope that answers your question there, my lovely. Sorry, Richard, repeat that again. Yeah. And of course, as Richard's just saying, especially when we are approached by somebody else, whether that be online or indeed, just in the passing on the street, there's always sometimes that intent for them to have some type of financial gain. So we'll leave it there and say, God bless you. Thank you so much for posing that question. Right, we've also got another lovely lady who's joining for the first time this evening by the name of Kelly Marie Jones, and she joins via Facebook. Thank you for being here, my lovely, as well as Maria Ring. So, David, I'm going to let you choose the next guest, another gentleman who's joining from Canada, Steve Welling. Thank you for holding space, Steve.
Well, I have got. It's all right. This is where I make Richard work for it, right?
Do it.
It's because I've got. Because I've had this man in my head as we came on earlier on, actually, but he's come back again, so I've got to go with it. Otherwise, it's going to stay in my head. So I've got a fella who was a bit of a joker, I got to say. And I don't feel too overly past. It might be in his 50s or 60s, but I don't want to go really older than that, just in my perception, right? It would have been average. I don't see a short man. I've got about an average height man. I'm 5'8", so that's for me, that's a bit average. But as a right joker, and I know I need to come to a female with this message, and and he would have called you spindle legs. Because my dad calls me that, and it's just because you are a slim person yourself, and maybe you have quite slim legs. And my dad would say that to me as well, especially when I was younger. Oh, spindle legs over there. But he's saying it in a loving, endearing way. But it's saying that to get his personality across, to say, so that you were called that, and you would know that you were called that. And that's how he's trying to get himself across here. And I do feel with his personality-wise, that was him. I don't feel he's very serious at all. I don't feel he took life too seriously. I should have gone my gut there. But also, let me give something else, Kelly Maria. It might be with you, but let me continue. But yeah, it just feels like a nice man. He made you smile. He made you laugh. I do feel like a lot of people did laugh, not at him, but with him. I just feel like he had that personality that he would cheer. If you felt really down one day, it would cheer you up. So if that is your dad, Kelly Marie Jones, you'd hopefully understand that this is also his personality, because that's who he is. He was a joker. All right, fab. So Kelly Marie Jones, I do feel right there, I've got to say. So allow us to work with you, Kelly Marie, if that's all right. let me see. Okay. I don't know about his passing. I don't tend to be given from spirit what someone passed off, just not how they work with me. But my feeling is I don't feel it was a long, drawn out passing. That's just my feeling. I feel it was a bit more, it was either sudden or it was quicker than that, because I want to snap my fingers. But it doesn't make me feel like it was a long, drawn out passing. And even if he felt odd or a bit rubbish, I don't think he would have talked about it anyway. It's one of these men that got on with it. He put a smile on most things. If someone asked him, how you feeling today? And he was feeling a bit rubbish, he might go, yeah, I'm fine, don't worry about me. And he'd crack a joke. So that's just his personality and wanting to make other people happy, make other people laugh, because that's what is making me, that's how it's making me feel. What are you doing to me? Okay. Kelly, what it's just done is it's like it's come up behind me and it's tried to grab me under the armpits and tickle me. So I feel that would be something that he would have done in life as well. And it's like one of those people that come up behind you and just to surprise you, and you'll jump out your skin and you'd find it hilarious, right? But it's coming up behind you, I feel that is, and tickling you. So hopefully you would remember that. Tragic and quick, bless your heart. And there's I don't know if he's being serious now, whether he's just having a laugh, because that's, again, it's personality, it's character. There is a memory that you have, Kelly Marie Jones, where it's an incident, a memory, it might be something funny with a tin opener. And I don't, it's just definitely he always done it. Okay. And he's still doing it. He's not lost that personality at all, Kelly Marie Jones. I don't know what it is. He's got this can opener and I'm trying to open this tin and I don't know. It seems there's a funny memory with it. I don't know whether you've just done this, where you've opened this thing, whatever it is, and the lid's pinged off and stuff has gone everywhere. It's something like that that is trying to get through to me. So hopefully I'm interpreting that correctly, but I'll leave that as it is so I don't over interpret it, if that makes sense. I've got to give him a can of lager. He's talked about the can of lager. I've got to give him that as well. And okay, give that to me again. Okay. And there's also a connection to the month of November as well. Just draw my mind straight down to November. So that'll be a passing, birthday, anniversary as well. That's just given me. Is there? All right. There's a birthday that's either just happened, you're not sure, that's fine. It might come back to you, but there's this. Or check your tin opener. There's something about this tin opener that it showed me. I can't change it. It's flashing it in my mind. So that's all right. If you're not sure, I'll leave it there. Yes, love this lager. Well, I think it still is. I said November. What did I just say? I've completely forgotten.
Do you know what? I'm going into my own zone here.
I can't. What did I just say? So that's how I know it's definitely spirit, because I lose my mind. My logical brain goes completely out of the window. But it brings a good energy, Kelly Marie. Absolutely. He's still having a laugh. I feel like he's the kind of person who'll be up there in spirit, making all the other spirit people laugh as well. Okay. I don't know if there's a chest issue here. I'm being drawn to my heart for some reason. I don't know if it's a heart attack or not. But I'm drawn to the heart for whatever reason. Oh, your dad's birthday and his granddaughter's birthday in November. Okay, fab. I'm not getting too much else. So I feel at the moment, Kelly, I'm going to pass you over to Bill and see what else Bill gets.
Well, you're talking about energy, and I kid you not, chair in my house is literally just moved. Literally just moved. So I know I want to come straight in here, Kelly, with regards to significance of you either identifying, knowing or understanding about movement of a chair, the significance of the chair being moved here. All I kept getting as well is a sense within my mind, David, of wanting to talk about dust carts, dustbins, and being a little bit of an old tinker. So I don't know whether or not he's trying to bring that into discussion with regards to this would have been something that he would have been associated to, or indeed there's something going on that's driving Kelly absolutely bonkers at the minute with regards to the weekly rubbish collections. So Kelly, again, let us know. Bus accident with her dad. God bless you. Thank you for sharing that so freely with us as well, my lovely. But I feel like I'm being driven mad at this moment in time with wanting just to connect to dust carts, rubbish disposal, and also just being very conscious about this movement, or connecting him with his chair and something significant around his chair as well, please, my lovely. So do give us the feedback and let us know if you understand what it is that he means by sharing that information. I was also brought within my mindset to wanting to work in the month of January here as he blends with me. So again, when I connect into months of the year, Kelly, it would be for birthdays, anniversaries, or passings. And I feel it's very significant as well to want to go back to January this year with regards to understanding and giving recognition here also, because he gives me a great sense, as I'm just blending to your energy somewhat a little bit more here as well, that I need to acknowledge parting of ways, there being some type of cut and disconnection within relationship, whether or not, again, that's a partnership or indeed this is just a friendship where we've had to make disconnections for our own good, because he gives me a sense of wanting to say to you, he fully supports your decision. And I feel as though I need to say to you as well here, as I tap into that this has been somewhat of a long time come in, that you would understand. You're saying yes, you can understand. Please say what it is that you can understand too, so all of the viewers at home know what it is that we are giving to you is evidential and it's being placed in the right context with you there, my lovely. But I'm looking forwards now, again, as I'm working within your energies here, to this next phase and this next chapter of where life's going to take me, because I don't feel blinkered anymore. In fact, I don't feel suppressed and I don't feel as though I'm being held back. So I know that you're really kind of like propelling and you're putting one foot in front of the next with regards to creating a fantastic new phase of this second section of your life. You would understand now that you've just turned 21, my darling. And I also know, David, as you rightly said at the beginning and opening the message up with regards to just wanting to bring the jovialness and the essence of his character into play here this evening. But I just want to be making silly, funny noises. In fact, you know what I want to do? I want to jump out on people and go boo. So I know that he would have loved putting the fear of God into people as well when they least expected it. So I'm just very happy. Yes, you can understand with the dust carts. Perfect. That's why he just kept doing the dust carts with me all the time. So you would understand that he's really made up just to be able to make this connection here with you this evening, my lovely. I also feel it's really important to say to you that there's some type of issue around obtaining or retrieving CCTV footage. And again, I know this is public, so I don't want to go into this too deep, but you would understand about wanting more. So I'm going to leave that part of the message there and hand back over to David just to wrap your message up before we send him back off to the angels and say, God bless you, my darling, and thank you for allowing us to connect with you.
So interestingly, as I've seen the comments saying, yes, I understand with the dust carts, my mind has read that as darts, and I saw a dartboard. So
you know what? So did I.
So Kelly, I don't know if your dad did play darts, but that's how I saw that. That's how my mind read that. So I need to give you a darts and a dartboard as well. Just very quickly also, I feel like I need to say on his behalf, happy birthday to someone. So that's what I missed. That's when I was saying earlier on, what did I just say? He brought it back in. So I know it's placed somewhere. So either someone's just had a birthday or there's one coming up, not in 4 months' time, but more closer than that. So I need to say happy birthday there as well, Kelly, to whoever that needs to go to. But I feel with your dad, feel Bill has said, given most of the message actually within the evidence there as well. But for your dad to come in to remind you of the laughter and to remind you that, how do I put it? It's been a bit philosophical, but I'm not sure how to interpret it because I'm not. But it's more in those moments of sadness, when you're feeling a bit deflated. It's like I've got to say, remember, there's always laughter. There's always laughter to be had. So even those moments where we are feeling rubbish, we're having one of those days you don't want to get out of bed. Remember your dad and how he was, and that he would just laugh. And I almost feel like I want to say on his behalf that for him, from his point of view, laughter was the best medicine. And I think I believe that's true, but there are also moments where we don't necessarily feel that way because we're feeling a certain type of way. But I do feel like what he's saying, Kelly, is find the laughter again. Remember your dad, remember his character, his personality, and what he would. It's one of those things where you sit and go, well, what would dad do? So he would laugh and he would make a joke or something. And I feel like that essence of him that he wants to leave with you. And trust yourself. Trust that you know what you're doing, and trust in those decisions that you're making. Because sometimes we do doubt ourselves and we go, did I really make the right decision? Is that the right thing to do? And sometimes we have to seek validation, or we feel like we need to seek validation to confirm what decision we want to make. But saying no, trust yourself. You know yourself enough to know that you are making the right choices. And I feel that's how I need to leave that there.
Yeah, that's lovely. What a lovely way to wrap it up. My nose is okay now as well. I feel I just need to say is we just allow him to go back off up to the angels. My nose is okay. So Kelly, God bless you. Thank you so much for letting. He's probably going to make her burst out crying or laughing with the comments that he's come out with here tonight. But I'm sure that it's placed a smile on her face and it's given her somewhat of the love that she's very much needed at this moment in time. So Kelly, God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kelly.
For letting David and myself connect with you. Now, we are going to go into a small ad break so you can see what's coming up on the channel tomorrow and onwards, and it will give you enough time to get those fingers working and to hit that share button and to put us out there as many times as you most possibly can. And we'll see you in 2. Don't go nowhere.
The SPTV Divine Guidance Oracle Pack, a unique blend of inspiration and artistic beauty. Our captivating set of 78 cards combines the power of ancient archetypes, celestial guidance, and the essence of life itself to provide you with a unique tool for self-discovery, clarity, and transformation, all lovingly housed within an exclusive rigid box. The pack includes a booklet that delves into every card in detail, some of which carry dual meanings for deeper interpretation. The booklet also features 8 distinctive card spread layouts. Among these treasures, you'll discover 22 major arcana, 9 main archangels, 4 elements, and 40 life cards, each a work of art, radiating beauty and delivering profound messages that resonate deeply within your being. The SPTV Divine Guidance Pack, where beauty meets enlightenment. Pre-order today and unlock the extraordinary wisdom that awaits you. To be among the pioneers in experiencing our forthcoming collection and to reserve your pack in advance, as well as to access more details, including a sample audio description, kindly visit sptv.uk/cards.
Join us at the Bognor Regis Spiritualist Centre for a captivating mediumship demonstration on Saturday the 11th November from 7:30 p.m. Experience an evening of connection with the spiritual realms, featuring the talents of Bill Hughes, David Hale, and Caroline Johnson. For more information and to book tickets, please visit bognorspiritualistcentre.co.uk.
Join Debbie Romero and guests tomorrow from 6 p.m., offering spiritual guidance, support, and readings. Maria and Lee, from the Spiritual Guidance Center, will be here on Spiritual Psychics TV, live tomorrow from 8 p.m.
Oh, so that's exciting. That's what's coming up on SPTV tomorrow and beyond. You probably saw the advert there for Bognor Regis Spiritualist Centre that we touched on at the beginning of the broadcast. So myself and the lovely David just there, who you can see on the screen, will be demonstrating live and streaming live to you all via Spiritual Psychics TV at Bognor Regis Spiritualist Centre with the lovely Caroline Tinks Johnson. You've got Debbie Romero, Transcend with Debbie, coming up on SPTV tomorrow, and Maria with her brand new show. So there's lots to look forward there to, guys. So we've been having a lovely evening here so far, Mr. Hale. I know that we've had a few of our medium friends that have joined the live stream this evening. We've had the lovely Leonie Edwards. So hello to you, Leonie. Thank you for being here and holding space. Always nice to see a familiar face. The lovely Rachel Galbraith. Hi there, Rachel. How are you? Lovely once again for you to hold space here with us at the channel. A lovely Sarah Woolman. Sarah. How are you, Sarah? Hope you're keeping well. So it's lovely, isn't it, that we have our medium associates join, as well as all of the lovely viewers that tune in religiously, not only to my show, but also to yours and SPTV as a channel. So, guys, we are going to crack on with another message because it's about time to say to Richard, sorry, Debbie, I'm nicking your catchphrase. Roll them, Richard, and let's see where we go with things. Oh, bless her. Lovely Sarah Woolman. Cooley Selby. Carla. Sharon Henderson. Tina Hennessy. Stacey X. Kella Humphreys. Spirit of Love. I love that. I love that picture. June Malkin. Lisa Wilkinson. Can we go back to Lisa Wilkinson? And now Lisa could relate to part of the message that you gave out. Yeah, with regards to the spindle legs.
I know it's very random, but
I was just drawn to Lisa as her name came onto screen. I got this overwhelming sense of heat being placed with me. And as you know, when I get that, it always identifies to me wanting to acknowledge infection that would have been evident and present, taking her communicator spirit side. And again, I feel as though I'm straight away working in that feminine energy once more. In fact, as this lady begins to impression herself around me, I want to be a little bit more full figured in my frame here, David. And I know with her that I've got a bubbly sense of personality that she just wants to start bringing forward. And I know that as I've got this bubbly sense of personality, I'm likening it so much to Lisa also. So the apple's not fallen too far from the tree between the two of them here this evening. I do feel as though I'm standing on mum's side of the family with this lady, but she doesn't present herself as being mum. She presents herself as being a grandmother figure. So I know I'm going a generation above mum as I make this connection here with you, please, this evening, Lisa. I also know with this lady that she gives me a great sense of me feeling very strong in my upper body. She gives me a great sense of her having a lot of strength in her arms. So as she gives that to me, I always identify and I place that to being somebody who was very manual working and very hard working as an individual, because she takes me back to those old fashioned scenarios with regards to bending. And I don't want to say a sink, bending over a sink. I feel as I'm bending over a bath you would identify as Nana. Thank you, Lisa. Bending over a bath and doing my hand washing over the bath, because she just keeps showing me all of the clothes that she's got in there. And you know what? That was the best way. Even when there was a sense of modern technology being brought within inside of her home, I still preferred to do things the old-fashioned way, she keeps saying to me, because it was the best way. The old-fashioned tablet bars of soap, especially, as opposed to the liquids or the powders. But again, I want to stay in that sense of that old-fashioned traditional mindset that she brings into my mind at this moment in time. And also, as I'm saying that, she makes me feel as though I want to share this within the new generation that have just been brought into the family. She was domestic in hospital, and yes, she did wash by hand. Thank you. You would also understand as well, please, Lisa, that this new generation of children that have just come into the family, it's almost like we're looking into the eyes of these babes and we are seeing so much of her in them. So it's like she's living on within the physical through the dynamics of the bloodline within the family here. And I feel it's really important to say that this is coming out in conversation. I also feel as well that I just want to tap into the sense of a little girl side here that would be connected to you in some way, please, who is a very spirit sensitive child, because she keeps showing me scenario, this little girl sitting in the corner of a room and she's chatting away to herself, or you believe she's chatting away to herself, but you know what? She's got a lot of friends that are coming around her spirit side that she's able to relate to. So I don't know if she's trying to give me a sense of understanding that, you know what, there might be, and please forgive me if this is incorrect, but there might be issues with regards to the way that she converses or she builds friendships with her own peer group. But she's such an old soul that she's happy sitting within the energies of spirit and chatting away and living in her own little world there. So please do let me know if that relates and you can also understand that. I've also got a great sense of wanting to talk about cooking apples, but going and picking the cooking apples from the tree with her. I also feel as though it's really important to put a few blackberries in there as well. Your granddaughter, thank you so much. And putting a few blackberries in there. But you know what? We went and we foraged for these items. Okay, she wants to take me down memory lane, take you outside, and we're going and picking these fruits and we're bringing them back and we're making them, we're preparing. Yes, that's your granddaughter that is talking away to her little spiritual friends. How wonderful is that? I know that Nan would also have liked to have had a bit of a sing song here as well, because she's singing away in the back of my mind. God love her. I'm not saying that she would have had the most wonderful voice in the world, and she's telling me that she didn't also, but she really did like to have a little bit of a belter, you would understand. Yes, she had the apple tree and rhubarb also. Brilliant, fantastic. So she's working incredibly hard just to give you a sense of memories that she wants to bring forward and share with you here this evening. God love her. Can you also understand as well, please, Lisa, the old-fashioned weighing scales? She shows them to me as a square base here. I've got the circular dial that's in the center, and I've got the silver pot that sits on top of it. And can you also understand about how much it would have been dented as well? But she weren't getting rid of them for love nor money. Okay, and I feel that they were very, very important, and they were very, very treasured by her as well. I still feel as though I want to talk about these still being here. I still feel as though somebody's still got these, and she's happy that they've been placed with whomever it is that they're in possession of there. I also feel as though I just want to be moving forwards towards the back end of this year. She sang but couldn't sing. I take after her. Absolutely. So there you go. She was telling me herself that it wasn't the most fantastic of voices, but she did enjoy having a good old sing song. So good luck to her. God love her. As I'm going into the last stages of this year as well, I feel it's really important to sit in and around the 20th of November, give or take a day or two here, you would understand. But she drops and she places me there. So again, birthday, anniversary or passing, that is relatable, that you can understand. And also somebody's got a decoration from her Christmas collection, from her Christmas tree, because I'm getting excited now that there's this build up, should I say the word, there's this build up to Christmas that's happening. Yes, she had scales, they were old, I think your mum has them, perfect, okay. And you would understand as well about her ornaments, her show it to me, darling. She keeps showing me like very traditional cut glass ornaments. Her birthday's the 29th of November, but there we go. I said the 20th. I can't claim the 29th, but I knew I was around that date somewhere. They're very, very fragile as well. They're very, you have our ornaments, good. They're very fragile glass. It's almost as though if we were to tap it too hard, then we would shatter it, you would understand. So we have to take great care when they're being placed on the Christmas tree, and I feel as though the kids are banned from that area as well, by all means. But I'm very happy about the fact that, again, they're still being used like the weighing scale. So that's what I've got with her at this moment in time. I'm going to hand over to David to see what it is that he's got to share with you.
Okay, Lisa, so my way she makes me feel, I feel quite happy with it. I feel quite a positive lady. I feel smiling a lot of the time. So she's got a nice disposition about her. I do also feel she's quite resourceful. And what I mean is that she would use what she had. I don't feel sort of, I don't feel materialistic with her. I feel very much, I don't need all that. I will make do with what I have. I will make a meal out of a spud and a tin of spaghetti hoops in the cupboard. So it's that she has that kind of feeling with her. I don't feel like she liked any waste. She don't like wastage. I want to say, don't waste food, eat it. That's my feeling with her as well. I don't know if it's with her or if I'm linking to yourself, Lisa. I feel I've got stomach issues going on, but again, I don't know if that is with your nana or with someone living. I just feel issues with the stomach, and linked to that, I feel like I'm getting indigestion, heartburn. So again, I don't know if that's nana presenting herself, because I'm not feeling it, I'm just sensing it, whether she's telling me she had those issues or whether someone living has got those issues going on as well. She was giving me January as being a month of significance, so birthday, passing, or anniversary. So that came in quite clearly. And she does show me a handbag. Look, I know most women have handbags, you know, whatever, but I've heard this handbag's important, and she kept everything in it, is my feeling as well. So that seems to be quite precious. I don't know if someone's got a handbag that she once had, but she's shown me that as well. Oh, your mum has stomach issues, so healing for your mum as well. So I knew that was coming in very, very strong. I always feel it's one of those, like, my mum does this, but it's quite an old school thing to do, I guess. But she always had, oh, your husband passed in January, bless you. Okay, so that's obviously important. I've got a tissue up my sleeve. And my mum still does that. Look, me and my siblings are all grown adults, right? But you know, she still carries that tissue up her sleeve. And I feel your nan is showing me that, as well. Because I want to, it's like for little runny noses. I feel like she's mentioning or kind of referencing that to do with the grandkids or the great grandkids. So that seems to be coming in quite important as well. Now, also linking to what Bill said about singing. This could be you that she's listening to, Lisa, do this to the grandkids, but this is quite an old nursery rhyme that I was hearing in my mind. And it's that 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4, knock at the door, 5, 6, pick up sticks, etc., etc., etc. So I was hearing that in my mind as well. So I don't know if that's a memory you have of Nana singing that to you, or whether this is you singing that then to your grandkids, but that song seems to be placed in my mind as well. I did also want to come to one of the children, and I don't know if it's the same one that Bill picked up on, but yes, I only knew her ever have one bag. Okay, and so it's quite precious, as I said earlier. Then that's why she brought that in. And yeah, there's a child who's really into reading book. I've got books in front of me, and I feel it's someone living that's doing that, and I feel it's a younger person. Yes, always had a tissue. I was just going to say kids running noses. Okay, there you go. Now, linking, yes, sing to my sing to granddaughter, fabulous. Now, linking to what Bill said about that your granddaughter being quite sensitive. As Bill was talking, I was sat here, I saw out the corner of my eye a very like a shadow move past my wall, right? But it wasn't a dark shadow. It was like, I don't know, I can't really explain it. Like I saw an energy move. So my feeling is it's either your granddaughter or it could even be yourself who sometimes gets those images at the corner of your eye that move. Whether it could be a shadow, it could just be you see something move, but you don't know what it is. There's nothing physically there. And I feel that's Nana acknowledging that that's part of her energy trying to come close to show you that she's there. Because people get the white feathers or the robins or the smells or whatever it might be, but sometimes that's how spirit can present themselves. It's that they call it the corner of the eye phenomena, isn't it? But it always happens. We don't see it with our like we'll see it with our peripheral vision. That's a hard word to say. We're trying to talk fast.
That when you're
and so I feel that's what she's saying, that when you do see those things, it's not our imagination, it's just spirit's way of connecting with you directly to say, look, we're here with you at that moment. You don't always need a medium to tell you that. They're trying to get their own connection to you by showing those little things. I don't feel there's anything else that she's bringing forward. Show it to me again. What do you mean? Okay. I'm trying to interpret it in my way. So at least what she's showing me is the color blue, right? And it's this kind of blue, real light blue, which would normally link to your throat chakra. But I don't feel she's talking about that or talking about communication. I don't know if things have been around the family have been a bit erratic, Lisa, where there's lots going on, because my interpretation of what she's trying to say to me is that she just wants peace for you and within the family. So it's almost like where things are moving really fast, or that's going on, things are happening here, there, and everywhere. Because you do feel very busy, to me, is my feeling. And she's giving the color blue to say, just have some peace. She wants there to be a bit of peace, less stress, a bit more calm there as well. So it just shows that Nana knows what's going on and she just wants that for yourself. Because again, you do seem very busy to me. That's just my feeling. I feel that's majority of what. Oh, and there's, I don't know if it's Mary or Margaret she's trying to put in my mind. It's that M-A-R female name that I'm getting. So whether it's her name or someone living that she's calling out there, but it's the M-A-R name that I need to give you as well. And I shall pass you back to Bill to finish off with the message there.
Thank you, David. I'm getting the taste of banoffee pie being placed into my mouth, but I want to give it as a birthday cake. I don't want a traditional birthday cake. I want to give a banoffee pie, and I know that I want to bring this into a sense of celebration for her birthday. Mary was her sister. I also feel, Lisa, as well, that I need to talk about links to Newcastle here. Up towards Newcastle, you would understand whether or not that sits with her, or indeed this sits directly with you in some way. Please do let me know if that makes sense with you as well. And I want to also talk about scaffolding, because all I keep seeing is scaffolding poles just being placed in my line of sight at this moment in time. So there must be some type of links, and I know this wouldn't be with she, but again, this is being pulled into the dynamics. And I feel, because you said that you'd lost husband recently as well, can you understand where the scaffolding links connect in some way there as well? You live in Newcastle. Perfect. Thank you very much. Yeah, I just keep getting shown scaffolding. And that's where I feel at this moment in time, she just wants to kind of like leave them somewhat as a parting gift. If I work on that symbolically, I know that scaffolding builds structure. It surrounds, your husband was a joiner builder, it surrounds the foundations of a home or a building, you would understand. So I know that I'm going to relate that to a spirit-led message with regards to saying to you that the foundations of your home are being fully protected and being embraced by the love of spirit. And I'm going to leave and wrap up your message there. Send her back off up to the angels and say, God bless you. And thank you so much for giving myself and David the opportunity of making a connection with you this evening.
Thank you, Lisa.
How lovely, David. Oh, bless her. Okie dokie. Now, I am conscious that we've come to time already, Mr. Hale.
Yes, gone really quick.
How amazing is that?
It's flying past, isn't it?
It has. Can I just say thank you so much on behalf of not only myself, but also the viewers who have messaged me over the duration of the time that you were last on Collective Consciousness with regards to requesting you to come back. So thank you so much for holding space here once again. And just remind everybody again at home where it is that they can find you. I'm sure Richard will put it in the graphics as well.
It's well, can I first say thank you very much to everyone that has requested me, because I didn't know that. So that's really nice. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Bill, for inviting me back on. But yes, you can all find me on Facebook. So it's David H Spiritual Medium. That's where I do most of my advertising and things like that. But I'm on Instagram as well. But yeah, if anyone's into learning more about mediumship or just having different questions answered, then my podcast is available. Again, Coming Down to Earth with Spirit. And it's just an educational podcast. So yeah, if you're interested in learning more, getting my perspective on different things, talk about my experiences, then give that a listen. And it's all done with down to earth way, but also with humour as well. So if you enjoy that kind of thing, have a listen.
Absolutely. So do please give Dave's social media a check out, guys. You can also find myself on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, Bill Hughes, Psychic Medium. We say Collective Consciousness coming soon with David Hale. You lot are naughty.
Very
naughty. Really naughty. And June saying, trying to get you the 8 p.m. slot, David. Lots of support here. We'll keep badgering producer Richard, guys. Keep putting it in the feed. Don't give up. Support David. Listen, guys, it's been lovely to make the connections that we've been fortunate enough to do so here this evening. Thank you all, everybody that's held space, and indeed to all those of you that have shared and also tagged. Dave, once again, thanks for your time, your energy. Producer Richard, as always, God bless you. Thank you so much for making it happen. And I will see you all back here in 2 weeks with another requested guest medium joining the show, but you'll just have to keep visiting SPTV or indeed my own page to find out who it's going to be. But until then, may the love and the light hold you all close. Take care of you, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. And again, don't forget, Maria's on the channel tomorrow. Join her with her first brand new show, 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. Good night. God bless. Take care.
Bye.